Hello everyone, Miss Laura here in the kitchen. I am the food service coordinator here at Family Richmond Network, and today it is week 3 of virtual learning, and we are going to be making a special treat. It is peanut butter fudge, which I believe is a story or poem that you read about this week. So, without further ado, we will get our ingredients. So, I already have them prepared, but we only need 4 ingredients. So, peanut butter. Your jar is probably a little smaller than this. Sugar, just plain white sugar. Vanilla extract. And milk of any kind. Alright, so other utensils you'll need. I use an 8x8 or a 9x9 pan. I use what we had around the kitchen, so we have a metal container and measuring cups. You probably can't see, but it says half cup measure on there. I have another half cup measure, and I have a teaspoon as well as scooping. This is a little scoop that we use for peanut butter, so we don't cross-contaminate peanut butter with other ingredients. And what am I missing? I already washed my hands, as you all should, for all of these cooking activities, but I'm going to put on gloves, alright? So just 1 minute. Oh, as well, we will be using a stove for this activity. This is what our stove looks like. It's probably a little bigger than you have at home, but it is hot, it is dangerous. So make sure you have an adult or friend helping you with this, okay? You'll also need a saucepan, any small pan, the smallest one we have, and a spatula for stirring. Okay, so I'm going to have my other glove on. Okay. So what I'm using to make this is a recipe. So a recipe is kind of like a map. Like a map tells you where to go. A recipe tells you what to do. So I have a recipe right here. Sorry, it's hard to read. But the first 2 things we'll need in our saucepan, we need 2 cups of granulated sugar. Okay, 2 cups. So this is a half cup measure. So this is getting a little advanced for some of the younger ones, but if I have 2 halves of an apple, what do I have? I have 1 whole apple, right? So if I have 2 half scoops of sugar, how many full scoops of sugar do I have? Half a scoop of sugar and another half scoop of sugar is 1 full scoop, so 1 full scoop of sugar. Alright, so hopefully that made sense. I am definitely a cook before I am a teacher, so I try to do what I can on these videos. That's kind of all what this virtual teaching is all about, is just doing the best you can with what you have and what you know. So, okay, half a cup. Put it right in our, oh, you can't see. Okay. Well, I put the sugar right into this pan. Okay, so there's half a cup. Ooh. There is second half cup. So I have 1 whole cup. I need 2 whole cups. There's third half cup. And sorry about the lighting, you can't really see that well in here. But there is your last. Okay, so I'm done with the sugar. I'm going to set it aside. I'm going to set this used cup measure aside as well. And in your pot, you should have 2 cups of white granulated sugar. Okay, so we have that. What is our next direction? Let's see. Half a cup of milk. Alright, so here's my milk. Oh, this is a half cup measure, so I only need half a cup. So this is half a cup, so this one will be a little easier. Whatever kind of milk you have is fine too. So if you don't drink milk at home, that's okay. If you have almond milk or oat's milk or 1% fat-free whole milk, whatever you have will work. Okay, so I'm going to put my used cup measure aside. Okay, our next step is to boil the sugar and milk for 2.5 minutes, stirring constantly. Okay, so boil, we have to have it reach a boiling point, which I believe is 212 degrees. But to boil and apply heat, we have to put it on the stove. So I'm going to come over here, safely carrying this pot, setting it on the stove. Okay, so you want to set it right on the middle of one of the circles on the stove. Then have an adult turn on the stove. Okay. And to boil something, you want to put the stove knob on high, right? It has to get very hot, so you want it to be turned all the way up. Alright, so what did my directions say? Am I supposed to watch this pot boil, or am I supposed to stir constantly? I'm supposed to stir constantly, so I'm going to get right back over here. And it is for 2.5 minutes once it starts to boil. So we have to get it boiling, and then we'll time it. Okay, so another important thing, make sure your sugar and your milk are evenly distributed. You don't want a big clump of sugar with no milk on one hand, right? Okay, so I'm going to make sure I'm next to this pot. I don't want to really leave the room if you have a pot on the stove. That's a big no-no in kitchen safety, right? So I wouldn't want to just leave this pot and walk down the street to say hi to my friend, right? No, nope. I have to be by this pot. Cooking is a big responsibility. It's important, right? It can be fun if you do it safely. You can make delicious things. Okay. So this might take a minute or two to boil, get to that point of where it's boiling. So bear with me. We're just gonna have to wait. Practice patience, an important skill in life. Who knows why we want to get this to boil? Or why we want to really have it heat up? Does anyone know why? I'll give you an idea of why. Because is this the consistency of water? Is this really liquidy, it just flows everywhere? No. Just like in the name, it's granulated, so it's kind of gritty. It's not very smooth, right? So we don't really want to eat raw sugar, right? No. So when you put liquid with something that's a solid and you apply heat, it melts. So with this process, we are trying to melt the sugar granule so it's smooth. So we have a smooth fudge. All right. The pellet's getting warmer, so that's good. So, in the meantime, we are going to get our peanut butter ready. So we need 1 cup of peanut butter. I'm gonna go get a third measuring cup that's a little bigger, okay? Wow, big cup. Okay, so I've got my peanut butter. Oh, in cooking you can use all of your senses, right? So you can smell, see, hear, touch, taste. And just now I heard something crackle. So I'm gonna put this down and go check on my pot. Alright, gave it a good stir quick. We're gonna get our peanut butter into the 1 cup measure, and then we're gonna go stir our pot. Okay, peanut butter. And say you don't have this much peanut butter, or you want to save some peanut butter for your sandwich at school. Well, you can do that. You can just cut this recipe in half. Alright, so just do half the amounts that I told you about, okay? Alright, so that is an even cup measure of peanut butter. Delicious. Alright, put this on my counter. Okay? Alright, let's go stir this pot. Actually be able to hear, if you listen very carefully, when your sugar is slowly melted. So it won't sound like sand on metal, right? It'll just be smooth. If you really want your pot to boil faster, this is a good trick for anyone, mostly parents who are boiling. You could put a lid on it. So we don't have lids, but we have put that on there. And in the meantime, I'm going to put away my milk, my sugar, and my peanut butter because I don't need those anymore. All right. Now, be careful when you do have a lid on something. Metal heats up metal that's touching it, right? So it's hot. You're going to need a cat holder, okay? Or a towel, something that's going to protect your hands so you don't get burned. Okay, got these. Now I can be safe. Okay, it hasn't started boiling yet. That's okay. We are patient people. We will wait. We want our dessert to be right. So I'm just gonna maybe wash my dishes while I wait. Okay? Okay, let's check on our pot. Oh, almost forgot my pot holders. Alright, it's starting to boil. How well of boiling is you see the bubbles on top of your whatever's in your pot? That means it's boiling. So now that it's boiled, we want to stir it constantly for 2 minutes. So I reckon it probably started boiling about 30 seconds ago. So stir for 1.5 more minutes. Okay, so we can put our lid away, right? Okay. Wow, it's really bubbly. Alright, so definitely a time to be safe and stay away from the hot stove, right? What are some other things in the kitchen that are hot that we should only let adults use? Think of any? I'm thinking of the oven. So right next to me, right there, that's our oven. Definitely don't want to play with that. It's not a toy. It can be dangerous if it's not used correctly, right? Other things. Definitely don't want to play with knives. They're sharp. Always let an adult cut things. They need a sharp knife to cut them, okay? We're really bubbling away now. Okay. Oh, it's been a minute and a half. Okay. So, next you're going to turn, adult is going to turn off the stove. Okay. Removing it from heat. I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference. Oh, that's good. Well, it's all bubbling and foamy, okay? So, I'm going to set it on my table here. My next direction is to remove from heat, which we did. And then we're going to add the peanut butter and vanilla and stir until it's smooth. Okay, so stop stirring that for a moment. We already have our peanut butter. Okay, so we're going to put that into our pot. This smells great. Good. You always want to make sure you get as much as you can out of your measuring cups. My mom always told me, waste not, want not. Wait. Yeah. So, well, basically it just means don't waste things. So we're going to get all that we can out of there. Alright, so it's mostly out. It's in our pot. So, we have one more ingredient, vanilla. 1 teaspoon. That's this. Okay? So, you're going to fill up your teaspoon. Okay, right in the pot. Okay, so we're going to stir, 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 stir. Mmm, that smells great. Love the smell of vanilla. And if you can't have vanilla, that's okay too. You don't need it. It just adds a little more flavor, brings out other flavors. But if you have almond extract, that would be really good in there too. Always substitutes to things. Okay. Okay, it's getting smooth. Let's see if see better if I. Oh yeah, that's better. Less of me and more of this. So, you want to stir it until it says it's smooth. So that means no more clumps of peanut butter are in there. So it's kind of a lot. Okay. You want to get to the bottom of your pot too. Okay. So perfect. The last step. We're going to pour into our pan. So can you see my pan? It's right here. So, okay. Ready? We're pouring. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look good? So we're going to pour this into the pan. and let it cool. So it has to cool, and that's when it'll harden. All right. Okay, so again, we're just going to scrape out our pot. It smells great. I love peanut butter. This is quite a treat, right? We wouldn't want to have that. We wouldn't want to have this every day. It's kind of sweet, but once in a while it's okay, right? Okay. So it's already starting to cool. So you want to get it an even layer. The lighting is really bad on this. That's okay. Okay. Even layer. All right. And that is that. So we're just going to let it cool. It's already starting to. It's hot, so be careful. We're going to let it cool. It'll set, and then you can just cut it into cubes or whatever shape you want to eat it in. Thanks for watching, everybody. Join me next week. In all of October, we're going to be doing Halloween, pumpkins, spiders, all sorts of things. So you won't want to miss it. Thanks, everybody. Bye.